to bring up an issue. I deleted my last video. If you saw that, it was a haul from Walmart. I wasn't really happy with how that video turned out. So, I mean, if you guys watched that video and you're wondering why it's deleted, that is why. And I also recommended this NYC bronzer, and I was doing more research, and on their actual webpage they say they don't test in animals, but really they're owned by Coty, which is like a blanket company. They own a bunch of companies and they do test in animals, so it's you know, one of those things where if you buy from NYC, you are supporting that industry. So that's why I don't usually do haul videos. If you see hauls, they're usually from online retailers. That is why, because every time I go to the store, I feel like I'm missing something. Like I heard that it's a cruelty-free company, and so I buy the product. I think I'm good to go. It's in my price range, and I find out that it's not what I thought it was. Do you know what I mean? So maybe that's what this video is going to be about. This is why I'm advocating more and more buying from independent makeup brands, because I just don't know who to trust these days. Like, I really don't. And especially since I've officially made the stance on going vegan this year, it's going to be extra hard for me. I don't want to let things slide. Like, if I find there's Carmine in something, I don't want to be promoting it in my videos. Do you know what I mean? Because there are a lot of people out there that are on drugstore budgets and they're wanting to become vegan, wanting to become vegetarian, and I know they watch my videos and they want advice. And my best advice for you is just to give up on drugstore makeup. And if you do buy any drugstore makeup, make sure you take a list of animal byproducts in with you and thoroughly check over everything. It's really hard. It's hard to avoid using animal byproducts. And then I had another issue. Someone asked me if Equate tests their products on animals. That's like the Walmart knockoff brand. My response to the knockoff controversy, or whatever you want to call it, or using knockoff brands, I think it is like a last resort. Like, if you can't find anything else that you can afford that is cruelty-free, by all means buy the knockoff, but just know that that product is benefiting from the research that the parent company provided for the product. Because obviously when they were making the knockoff product, they were looking through the ingredients of the actual product because they're trying to dupe it, benefiting off that research and off the name of the product. So like, they wouldn't sell nearly as many if they didn't have that brand name listed down below. So I'm not sure if they have to pay some kind of fee or licensing to do that, but I'm guessing at least some of the money goes to the parent company. I could be wrong. But that's my stance on it. Like, I do understand. I'm totally with you guys who are on a budget. I'm right here with you. I don't have a lot of money. I can't afford to go buy vegan makeup. The only way I can do that is mineral makeup. And mineral makeup is all well and good, but like, it's not very practical. Like, when you're traveling, like, you need something in like a pressed form like this, so it doesn't get messy. And I'm clumsy and I drop everything, so I don't know. I like to use mineral makeup, don't get me wrong, but like, I'd like to have the option of using a pressed item as well. And I don't see many vegan makeup companies that are doing that are in my price range. So, and also all the vegan stuff that I can find from independent companies, I of course have to order that special. I have to wait for it to come here. If I run out of something, I have to wait for it to get shipped to me. It takes a lot of planning. So yeah, I wanted to be real with you guys and share how frustrating it is. And I really do hope that by boycotting these brands that test on animals, they will start listening to us and realize that, hey, we demand to have products that are safe, that don't test on animals, that don't have animal byproducts, and that we can readily buy at any of the number of stores that we. The goal for this channel and for the beauty community is for us to take a stand and say, hey, we don't like that it is so hard to go in the drugstore and do the right thing. I know in the UK they're starting to regulate that companies have to list if a product is vegan, they'll have to like have a symbol, like I think it's like a V symbol or the bunny. Like they're regulating that more in the UK. By 2013, I know that all companies are required by law to stop animal testing. So hopefully the U.S. will adopt some of these policies. Um, we are making a difference. I just want you guys to know that even if it gets frustrating, even if you realize that, hey, this is really hard doing all the research. It's hard not to be tempted when you go in a drugstore to buy makeup. We are making a difference. So I just want you guys to know that. We are making a difference. It is very important. We're doing the right thing. And hopefully, eventually, these companies will realize that. And hopefully, eventually, they will start labeling things clearly so we can easily see, hey, this is vegan, hey, this is not. So we don't have to waste so much time reading through 100 ingredients. It's so hard, and sometimes they rename ingredients, so they're trying to trick you that way. Like a lot of times what they'll do, instead of typing out Carmine or a certain ingredient like that, they will type out C and a bunch of numbers. So unless you know that exact combination of numbers and the alternative name for Carmine, you would miss that when you're looking through your makeup. So that's another thing to keep in mind. I'm going to post in the down bar what the official scientific name is for Carmine, like the little symbol they use to try to trick you if you want to check your makeup for that. I'm going to list that in the down bar. That's another way they try to trick you. So I really am struggling. Like I want to switch to independent companies, organic makeup, but sometimes like I like to go shopping. I like to have fun, and I like to just find things in the drugstore and try out new looks and not have to wait a week. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to be like you guys and be able to go out and buy makeup and have like huge hauls, and sometimes I miss that. I miss being able to do that. But I just want to share that struggle with you guys. So if you're going through the same thing I am and feel like you're alone, you're not. Like it is really hard for me to not run out and buy that product that I see people using or raving on YouTube. It's really frustrating to have to use the same products over and over again and never get to try anything new. So I just keep reminding myself that this isn't just about makeup. This is about doing the right thing for animals, for making companies be accountable for what they're doing, and just to make sure they don't lie to us. It's very important that they don't lie to us. Makeup by Melissa Lynn. She posted a response to my animal hair brushes video. And she said, like, those brushes are made in China. It's hard to regulate if they're made by companies that use animal hair, that use fur. And I totally agree. Like, it's so hard to find things in our price range that are ethical. It is very hard because these companies make it very hard for us. So it is sometimes about choosing the lesser of the two evils, and I really hate to say that that's kind of the situation the beauty community is in, that we have to choose the lesser of two evils sometimes, and it sucks. So as much as I like e.l.f. and I promote e.l.f. on this channel, I want you to know that it is made in China. Their policies and regulations are not as strict as the U.S., so you hope that the company's ethical. I hope that e.l.f. is ethical, but then again, their products are made in China. But that is just the state the U.S. is in. The U.S. exports everything, you know what I mean? The U.S. imports everything. All of our jobs are getting sent overseas. We're not keeping anything in the family anymore. It's all going where we can't regulate it under our own laws. So it's very frustrating, and think of how much better things would be if we could keep jobs here, if we could turn our economy around by supporting and believing in the U.S. citizens, by giving us a chance to have great jobs, by doing the right thing. Yes, you may not make billions of dollars, but you know what? You're making a sustainable future for your children, for your grandchildren. I wish that people could see that. It's not just about the here and now. It is about what we can do for our future, for our children. And that's what I remember when I get frustrated. I'm doing something that will make a difference for my children, maybe they won't have to have all these struggles with the economy and with these unethical companies. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's so important to me. So yeah, I just wanted to get a couple things off my chest, and I just wanted to tell you guys that if you saw my last video and you saw me promoting this, I take it back. It's owned by Cody. They test in animals, so I won't be using it, and if I do use it, I will not be using it in my videos or promoting it in any way. So sorry for my rant about the government and about companies, and like, I know you guys hear it from me all the time and you're probably sick of it by now, but if you guys won't listen to me, who will listen to me? I swear, I feel like I'm alone sometimes. I really do appreciate you guys, and I know that you guys are trying and making a really great effort. I love the amount of participation we've got in the Cruelty-Free Beauty channel. As always, if you have a cruelty-free product, specifically a vegan product you want to share with us on there, let me know. I have to approve the video. I invest more in like your foundation, your powders, that kind of thing. Maybe refrain from spending a ton of money on makeup that you don't deem quite as necessary, so you can afford to buy from ethical companies. That's what I need. I do really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you guys listening to me rant, and all the comments, all the great things that you guys have brought to my life. So I just wanted to share that with you, and let you know that I'm right here with you. I understand completely when when you find it's really hard to do the right thing when you're shopping and when you're picking out your makeup items. And as always, you can ask me questions. I recommend Googling stuff for yourself, looking at the PETA Caring Consumer List, and if you still don't feel comfortable with the company, just don't buy from them. That would be my recommendation, to save you guys time and money, and that we all could use more money to do, I think. I mean, we always want to buy the new shiny pretties, and sometimes we just can't. We need to save our money and buy from ethical companies. But we are willing to do what we can to spread the message about ethical companies and products. I'll link that channel in the down bar. There's a bunch of really great girls in there that are doing their part. Just keep doing what you can do on your budget.